More than $14 billion is being poured into the next generation of NFL stadiums, all funneled into venues where football gets played a few dozen times a year. From heated fields replacing frozen ones in Buffalo to a roof going up over Mile High for the first time ever, here's exactly what's changing, what it costs, and why it actually matters to the people sitting in the seats. Number 10. Kansas City Chiefs' new stadium. Arrowhead has zero roof, zero climate control, and sits in Missouri, a state that just voted against extending the tax that helped fund it. The new proposal flips all three of those realities at once. A move into Kansas would mean roughly 65,000 seats under a translucent roof, wrapped around a mixed-use development with retail corridors and interactive fan zones built directly into the site. Arrowhead was built purely to host football on Sundays. This wouldn't be the case, since the covered structure opens the door to concerts, conventions, and events that rain or snow currently rule out entirely. Cost and final location are still unresolved, since two states are actively competing to land the franchise, but going from open sky to a fully covered structure is the real headline here, and it's why this remains the most unpredictable project on the entire list. Number 9. Raymond James Stadium. Raymond James opened back in 1998, an era when a solid stadium video screen looked more like an oversized garage door than the wraparound displays fans expect today. 25+ years later, the tech gap has become impossible to ignore. The renovation reportedly targets modernized screens, upgraded concourse flow, and improved accessibility throughout the venue, essentially retrofitting an aging building with infrastructure that simply didn't exist when it first opened. No official cost has been confirmed publicly, and the scope is still being finalized behind the scenes. The difference here isn't a new address or a relocation story. It's the same stadium finally catching up to buildings that weren't even blueprints when this one first hosted a game. Number 8. New Nissan Stadium. The current Nissan Stadium sits fully exposed to Tennessee weather, meaning summer storms and unpredictable fall temperatures have always been part of the game day equation. The new build seals all of that off completely under one enclosed roof. That structure comes at a cost of roughly $2.1 billion, with $1.26 billion coming from public funding, one of the largest public stadium subsidies in U.S. history. Around 60,000 seats, an advanced LED lighting system, and expanded premium hospitality decks fill out the enclosed space, all designed to function identically whether it's July or January. That roof is the real difference maker here, turning a weather-dependent building into one that can host a concert or a convention on a fully booked calendar, rain or shine, all year long. Number 7. Chicago Bears' new stadium. Soldier Field sits on a cramped, landlocked footprint downtown with essentially nowhere left to expand. The Bears' new site in Arlington Heights covers 326 acres, roughly equivalent to 250 football fields laid out side by side. That much land supports a fully enclosed, climate-controlled stadium seating around 60,000, plus hotels, restaurants, and dedicated convention space that Soldier Field's tight urban lot never had room to accommodate. It's the franchise's first permanent move away from that historic building, meaning weather stops being a variable in game day planning for the first time in Bears history. The team says it's covering construction privately, but it's still asking for roughly $855 million in public funds just to handle surrounding infrastructure like road expansions and metro rail upgrades. Number 6. Bank of America Stadium. It's proof that the NFL's next generation of stadiums isn't only about brand new buildings. Sometimes it's about reinventing the ones that already exist. Carolina is staying exactly where it is, pouring roughly $800 million into upgrades over the next 5 to 6 years instead of chasing a brand new address. That budget covers modern video boards, upgraded concession stands, and improved accessibility throughout the concourses, all layered into the same existing bowl structure and footprint. Nothing about the stadium's location or seating layout changes in the process. It's proof that a new stadium story doesn't always require a wrecking ball. Sometimes it just means the same building fans have shown up to for decades finally stops feeling outdated. Number 5. Denver Broncos' new stadium. Empower Field has never had a roof in its entire existence, meaning every Broncos home game has meant full exposure to Colorado wind, early snow, and whatever else the mountains decide to send down. The The Burnham Yard site earmarked for its replacement covers roughly 14 acres near downtown Denver. That space is enough to support a retractable roof paired with natural grass, something the current stadium was never designed to offer fans or players. Early conversations have floated the venue as a future host for Final Fours, or even a Super Bowl bid. Opportunities the fully open-air version simply can't compete for under current league standards. Seating numbers and final cost are still unconfirmed, but the roof itself represents the single biggest departure from what Broncos fans have known for decades of mile-high football. Number 4. EverBank Stadium Renovation. EverBank Stadium isn't going anywhere, but the roughly $1.4 billion renovation, nicknamed the Stadium of the Future, is a serious investment aimed at closing the gap with brand new builds going up elsewhere in the league. The project means reduced capacity through the 2026 season and an entire home slate played away from Jacksonville in 2027 before the team returns to a fully rebuilt venue. Fans keep their stadium's actual location and decades of history intact. They just end up with a modernized version of the building they've always known. It's a real trade-off. 2 disruptive seasons now in exchange for a stadium built to compete with the newest venues in the league for the next few decades. Number 3. New Highmark Stadium. The old Highmark Stadium has zero roof coverage, which is exactly why Bills games have turned into snow globe conditions more times than fans care to remember. The new build directly across the street covers roughly 65% of spectators under a redesigned bowl shape engineered specifically to cut down on wind. That coverage comes paired with heated seating areas and a heated natural grass field, meaning December games can stay on real turf instead of frozen, chewed-up ground. Cost sits around $2.1 billion, up from an original $1.54 billion estimate, with roughly 60,000 seats total across wider concourses and more concession stands than the current building offers. It's not a dome, and it was never meant to be one. It's Buffalo football with actual shelter finally built in around it. Number 2. New Huntington Bank Field. The Browns' current stadium sits downtown, fully open air, built strictly around 16 football Sundays a year but primarily around NFL Sundays. Brook Park throws that entire model out, with a domed structure whose enclosed footprint will be among the largest sports venues in the Midwest once it's finished. The $2.4 billion build, with $1.2 billion funded personally by the Haslam family, sits next to Cleveland Hopkins International Airport rather than downtown. It's designed to perform equally well for a football crowd and a large-scale concert audience. Expandable from 67,500 seats up to 75,000 depending on the event. Cleveland actually offered a $1 billion renovation to keep the team downtown and outdoors. The Browns turned it down. That decision is really the whole story here. A franchise trading its old location and its entire format for a venue built to stay busy year-round instead of sitting empty most of the calendar. Number 1. Washington Commanders' new stadium. The original RFK Stadium was demolished years ago, so this isn't a renovation story at all. It's a full return to the site the franchise abandoned decades back. Rebuilt entirely from scratch as part of a $3.70 to $3.80 billion redevelopment. The new venue features a translucent roof over natural grass, something the original RFK never had during its entire run, plus roughly 65,000 seats and a civic plaza designed to accommodate tens of thousands of fans before kickoff. Mixed-use housing and retail fold in around the stadium itself, turning what was once a single-purpose building into a full neighborhood anchor for the surrounding community. Targeting a 2030 opening, this is the clearest case on the entire list of a franchise not just upgrading a stadium, but reclaiming the exact ground where its identity was built in the first place.